Hello, world. Welcome to Weird Crime with Weird People. I'm CJ.
And I'm Vic Ferrari, but not the same Vic Ferrari that was on the TV show Taxi.
Oh my God. Today on Weird Crime with Weird People, we're going to talk about the time that the Australian military lost a war with 20,000 emu.
Not just a battle, but a whole war.
A whole war.
Oh, boy.
Whole war.
This seems bad for them.
It is referred to as the Great Emu War.
I mean, I don't know. I've not heard a lot about the strength of the Australian military, but it's not good if you can't beat the emus.
They weren't set up for success.
The emus were emos. Emus were armed.
They weren't armed, but they were much craftier than anyone ever gave them credit for.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah. So in the 1920s, after the end of the First World War,
sure,
a lot of veterans came home from the war, and the Australian government essentially gifted them land to use for agricultural purposes. Mm-hmm. When the Great Depression hit in 1929, the Australian government went back to these farmers/veterans and said, there is a need for wheat.
Sure.
We need you to produce more wheat. If you produce more wheat, we will give you subsidies for the wheat.
Okay.
They did not give them subsidies for the wheat. And by 1932, the farmers had produced the increased amount of wheat and had not received the subsidies, and the price of wheat was just falling rapidly.
Okay.
And the farmers were pretty mad.
Yeah. I mean, they're fairly mad now about things of this nature.
Very similar things, yeah. So they're threatening to withhold their crop in the year of 1932. Like, they're going to harvest it, but they're going to withhold it.
Okay.
Until they get what they have been told they would get.
Wow. So nowadays they'd be afraid that it would go bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think they may have been willing to let it.
Okay.
At that point.
I mean, I get it for sure.
But before we could ever get to that point, the emus enter the scene.
Okay.
So we're in the Campion district of Western Australia.
I don't know anything about Australia at all.
I don't either.
Geography-wise.
I don't either.
Really at all.
I just know that we're in Western Australia.
Okay.
And it's called the Campion district.
Okay.
And it happens to be along the emu's natural migration path.
Okay. I also don't know anything about emus.
Well, they migrate.
All right.
And everything this year was compounded. So the price was falling because the production was continuing to increase. They weren't getting the subsidies, and there was a drought.
Do emus, God bless America. Do emus like wheat?
Yes, it turns out emus do like wheat.
Okay.
So it was really bad for this area because in the process of making it agricultural, they had clear cut a bunch of land.
Oh, no.
Planted a crop the emus did like, and provided water sources. So we're in a year that's a drought.
Oh, boy.
And the emus are coming through their migration path, and they're like, this place is dope.
Yeah.
There's food everywhere. There's water everywhere. We're just going to stay right here.
We are going to be fat and happy.
Yes. So you have some farmers who were already upset because they're not making the livelihood that they were promised from their wheat.
Sure.
And now you have 20,000 emus coming in and destroying everything.
So 20,000 is just a natural migration, like roughly, that's coming through.
I guess so.
Yeah. And they're just sitting there eating all their crops.
Correct. And destroying all of their fences. So emus are around 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're over 100 pounds. They can run like 30 miles an hour. And they are destroying the rabbit fencing that the government has already put up to keep the rabbits out of the crops. So they are just taking their big feet.
Sure.
And in the process of eating all of this crop, also stomping on all of this crop and stomping on the fences. And so not only are the emu getting in and destroying everything, but now other predators, crop predators, like rabbits and dingo, are coming in.
Absolutely.
And
it's a It's a
havoc.
fiesta.
It is a nightmare. So the farmers complain, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they are sent to a man named Sir George Pierce, who at this time is a senator, but also the Minister of Defense.
Okay.
I don't know if they requested to see him because they have this military background or if they were sent to him.
Like as veterans, you mean?
Correct. Yes, as veterans. I don't know. But they go to him and they request that machine guns be deployed to fight the emus.
Oh, boy.
Which is not the first place I would go.
No. Nor I. I mean, well, one, I like animals. So
yeah, I'm not shooting an animal, even if
it's like it's land, you know.
I mean, you and I have discussed this many times. If the apocalypse comes, we're vegetarians. We don't have another choice. We're either vegetarians or we die.
Or we're going to probably die anyway.
Well, we're going to die anyway. Yeah, we would not make it, but we would certainly not make it by eating meat. So definitely not our first take, but for some reason, that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And Sir George Pierce, thinking, one, this would be good target practice, and two, wanting to support the farmers who were previous veterans or current veterans, but previous military men, and he is the Minister of Defense, agrees.
He's like, great idea. Let's shoot them with machine guns.
Correct. Yes. That is his response.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
this feels extreme.
He had conditions, which were that the machine guns had to be used by only military personnel. So the farmers could and did participate in this emu hunting.
Sure.
But they had to facilitate their own weapons. They couldn't use the machine guns.
Are emus edible? Do people eat emus? Just generally?
People have eaten emus, yeah.
I mean, if they have
to.
If
they have to, yes.
They're not.
But it's not a mainstay dish.
Okay.
No. This was solely... Do you remember when I told you that I learned at work about the crop hunting?
Yeah.
This is what that is.
Oh, okay.
So the military personnel had to be the ones to use the machine guns.
Okay. I mean, that seems reasonable.
And the government would bring in the troops, but the farmers had to provide food and accommodation and pay for the ammunition.
Ooh, okay.
George Pierce genuinely thinks this is a good idea and that it's going to be really successful. And he thinks that it's such a good idea and that it's going to be so successful that he sent a news cinematographer from Fox Movietone to film the, and I'm air quoting, war, because he thought it would be good PR for the government.
In your research, did you stumble across any video footage?
I did not.
Okay.
There have been movies made about this event, but like
fictional
in like the 2020s, and we're currently in 1932.
Yeah.
So the battalion, which is much too grand of a word for this actually,
Sure.
what this actually was led by Major Gwynedd Purvis Wyn Aubrey Meredith.
Wow.
I tried hard with that name.
I mean, there were a lot of them, many names.
His first name is Gwynyd.
Oh.
So I went with Gwynedd.
Gwynedd, that sounds good.
Major Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery commanded 2 soldiers.
Oh.
That was the Australian military that was going to go up against the emus. Major Meredith, Sergeant McMurray, and Gunner O'Halloran.
Well, that's 3.
Yes. So Major Meredith had 2 soldiers underneath him. So
okay.
the 3 total
right. Sure.
was who was going to be the military front against these emus.
Okay. It feels like they're a little outnumbered.
Yeah, they did not take these emus seriously, and it was a huge mistake.
I mean, they just were going to go out there with machine guns and like mow them down.
Correct. So there was
like 20,000.
Yes. There were 2 soldiers, Sergeant McMurray and Gunner O'Halloran. There were 2 light machine guns, and there was 10,000 rounds of ammunition.
Okay, so that's already not enough. If they hit every emu only once, they still don't have enough.
Yeah, I don't think that they were going to, with the aim to completely eradicate the population, but they wanted to do crop control.
Yeah, but we're talking like 20,000. Right now, you're going to maybe, if you are on your best day ever, get down closer to 10.
I don't disagree with you at all.
Yeah, this is a terrible idea. I mean, for many reasons. I struggle with this as a
On the whole,
as a strategy generally.
It's not good.
Right, yeah.
So it's supposed to start this war in October of 1932. But this like season of heavy rain comes in.
Sure.
So that causes the emu to scatter.
Okay. Well, so sort of a win for them.
For
farmers.
Temporarily. Because they do come back after the rain dissipates.
Well, it's the best place ever.
I mean, it's the Mecca if you're an emu.
Yeah.
So on November 2nd, 1932,
all right,
the war starts.
Oh, boy.
And the farmers were, like I said, allowed to assist and take their own weapons. Mm-hmm. And one of the goals of this was to collect 100 emu skins so that their feathers could be used to make hats for mounted troops.
Yep, this sounds like...
This is a PR stunt. Yeah, this feels like a PR stunt all the way around.
But it's also just like... Humans are the worst.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand crop control hunting because that's what we do. Like, that's what my family does.
Yeah. But are you making...
But we're not making hats out of them. But I mean, also, like, we do hang the...
Right. Use
deer
it all.
head.
Use it all.
Yeah. So...
I don't know. I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean...
Still.
It doesn't feel... It feels kind of not good. But it's also...
like, your family's not like, let's go kill 100 deer so we can hang the skins and use it as wallpaper, and then we can all make hats with horns.
Correct. We're like, let's kill 3 if we're super lucky, and it'll take us a really long time to eat all 3 of those, and hopefully the remaining 10 million that live here won't eat all of the things that we plant.
Right. To me, there's a difference.
I agree.
Yeah.
And just him wanting to take in the cameras and stuff, like, you know, we're going for PR here.
Yeah. But I mean, what? You're like, our military's so great. 3 guys mowed down emus with machine guns. I know. We are awesome.
I know, it's a weird message.
I
know, it's a weird message.
Uncle Sam wants you.
Yeah, it's not good all the way around. It just wasn't thought out.
No, this is ridiculous.
So immediately, on day 1, the troops encounter issues.
I bet.
They cannot corral these birds. So what they thought that they were going to do is basically corral them and mow them down with these Lewis machine guns.
Sure.
That is 100% what they thought was going to happen.
Because they've been so easy to corral up to this point.
You're coming at this with brain, okay? They're coming at this as military brawn, I guess. We're not thinking.
Yeah. If we could corral them, we wouldn't be at this point.
Right. If we had any control over the movement of these birds, we would not be in this situation.
We wouldn't need machine guns.
Correct. But that was something that was not taken into account whatsoever.
We're just going to hold up the machine gun and the emu's going to be like, oh no, let me put my hands up and get in this corral.
Yes, pretty much. I'm just going to gracefully surrender. I won't eat your crop anymore. That's not what happened.
No.
So the birds split themselves into small groups and then would all run in various directions. And it was literally said that each little group had a leader bird.
Sure.
That would stay on the lookout. And then when he saw anything that he thought was sus, he would alert the other birds in his group and nearby groups, and they would just scatter all over the place.
I mean, to me, it's, first of all, they have their own strategy, as you're pointing out. And second, like, their strategy doesn't involve the fear, right? Like, it's natural instinct to protect the herd. And so there's not going to be an issue with people going to the front and attacking.
Yeah, no, they, one quote literally called it guerrilla tactics.
Yeah.
That the emu had guerrilla tactics.
Sure.
They were not messing around. They were not concerned.
No, they aren't intellectuals. They got nothing to think about. They're just saving their lives.
Yep. So on this first day, the troops, and again, we're going to use that loosely. I mean, It is troops plural because there's 2 whole of them. These troops fired 2 separate volleys from the Lewis machine guns. And between both of those volleys, maybe killed 12 to 24 birds.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, that bums me out, but okay.
Trust me, the birds come out on top. There are some casualties, but the birds come out on top.
Right. Inevitably. In all wars.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They also figured out pretty quickly that the hide of an emu is so thick and so strong that any glancing blows from this machine gun did absolutely nothing to them.
Oh my God.
There was one, I don't remember if it was a farmer or one of the soldiers, but one of them was quoted as saying, essentially, you either had to shoot it in the back of the head.
They have a small head.
I know, with like the mouth closed.
Oh.
Or you had to shoot it in the front with the mouth open. Like the only way you are going to kill these birds is a headshot in the front or the back.
With the mouth open or closed.
Yeah.
That's specific.
Yes. 2 days later, so 2 days into this war,
Yes.
the troops, along with the armed volunteer farmers, set up an ambush at a water source.
Okay.
Approximately about 1,000 birds head for this ambush.
Yeah.
And when the birds get about 100 yards out, because they learned on the first day of the war, you can't do anything at range. The birds have to be really close before you can even start to try. If they're even a little bit far away, you can forget it.
Because of the way that they have to be shot, or
And because of their movement and everything, it just isn't going to work.
I know for hunters, there's an issue with smell. The prey can smell the hunter there, so they'll avoid areas downwind and things like that. Is there any kind of issue like that?
They didn't specify.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't even take that into account.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not going to lie.
Like, I'm thinking the emus are coming into this ambush and they're like, something smell funky here.
They came into the ambush.
Okay.
So I'm not actually sure about an emu's sense of smell, but it was never mentioned.
Okay.
And they did come into this ambush. And when they got about 100 yards out, they unleashed the Lewis machine guns.
Okay.
Which almost immediately jammed.
Oh my God.
And before they could get these guns reloaded, because I showed you a picture, it's got that like...
Yeah, and I just remembered where I just recently saw that. I was with my mom, and we're in a hotel, and there was, I don't know what channel it was on, but we were watching like old Tom Selleck movies or something, and there was a show that came out called Young Riders, which was like the same thing as Young Guns, only it was a show with like Stephen Baldwin.
Okay.
So a little lower cut cast, but they all get up on this ridge line with these Lewis machine guns.
So you know what it looks like for somebody to hold them.
Yeah, totally. Like it showed them like knocking themselves over and stuff. Like comic.
Yeah, I mean it's got a drum magazine on the top of it, and it almost looks like a musket. It's kind of
it's really wide.
It's really wide.
It's got a really wide barrel.
Yeah, like you're holding it like you would hold a rifle, but it's a wide barrel and a drum magazine on top.
Yeah.
So it's not quickly reloadable.
Yeah.
So by the time they get them reloaded, all of the emus have completely scattered.
Yeah.
Of the 1,000 birds that come to this ambush, only 12 were killed.
Okay, we are averaging low numbers here.
It's very, very low.
I'm mostly really interested to see if there were any casualties on the other side.
There was not. Everybody lived.
I was really rooting for the emus.
I know.
From that perspective.
All humans make it out,
sadly,
physically unscathed, humiliated, but physically unscathed. So by November 6th, 4 days into this war.
Yeah.
This is when they start to really realize that these emus have formed packs that have leaders and that they sound the alarm to each other when these soldiers approach.
It's sad that it took 4 days for them to realize this.
It is. What their tactic was to do at that point is try to mount one of these Lewis light machine guns on a truck.
I feared you were going to say one of the emus. They were going to mount one of the emus because there was like a pause there and it got weird.
No, but that does remind me of working at the track last year and them having the ostrich race. And the jockeys just fell right off the back of the birds. Hysterical. I feel like it would have gone the same way. I mean, the
Without
jockeys
a doubt.
literally fell off the back.
Yeah.
One of the jockeys did not make it out of the gate.
Sure.
So they mount the light machine gun onto a truck.
Okay.
And what they figure out in this endeavor is that the birds are faster than the truck over because it's not smooth ground.
Right. It's not like a paved road.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So they're faster than the truck, and it's so bouncy that they cannot effectively aim and fire the weapon. So it's a complete failure.
Yeah. Well, I'm amused that they called this an actual war.
I know. It really cracks me up. By November 8th, 6 days,
yeah.
2,500 of the 10,000 rounds of ammunition have been fired.
Okay.
And
well, that's not that much.
A negligible number of birds have been killed.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Yeah.
Maybe, if we're going to be really generous, 50.
Oof. That's bad.
And that's being generous.
Yeah, that's bad.
And that's birds killed. There were birds that were injured that
Maimed.
then did die later from their injuries, but like that's super blurry.
Yeah,
that's really knowing that number. It's just not a known number.
No, yeah.
Birds we can say for sure were killed in this war.
We're only halfway to the number of hats we need to make.
Yes, and yes, we're possibly halfway to the number of birds we need to make the hats.
Yeah,
it's becoming an embarrassment.
Shocking. It should have been an embarrassment from the very beginning.
Yeah, it shouldn't have taken 6 days to be an embarrassment. But it is becoming
It should have been an embarrassment when they thought of it.
Oh, I agree completely. Yeah. Like we were saying before, on its face, I understand the farmers want to do crop hunting. I understand it. But them going to the Defense Department and being like, bring machine guns in here. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Let's stop right there. Some of the members of the Australian House of Representatives literally joked that it should have been the emus who deserved the medals of this war at this point because
that's
they have
legit.
won every round so far.
Yeah.
So Pierce withdraws, Meredith, McMurray, and O'Halloran.
Sure.
And ostensibly stops
Surrenders.
the war. Yes, he surrenders.
He forfeits. He throws up the white flag.
Yes, he does. And Meredith is quoted as saying that if we had a military division with the bullet carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks.
The birds?
Yes.
Oy vey.
Yes. But this surrender,
yeah,
it only lasts 4 days.
Oh, okay.
The farmers are still so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe even at this point there's anything left to fight over. Like, to fight the birds.
I know, because
I feel like it's got to be all gone.
I know, I agree. So the farmers keep speaking up and they keep being mad. And there is also a report that comes out where they're getting this data. I have no idea. It's like if our current government put out a report.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely
made up.
Banana bonkers.
Yeah.
A report comes out that this first 6-day onslaught of war had killed 300 emus.
Okay. Well, that's still not very many.
It's still not very many.
If you're going to lie, go big or go home.
I know. It's still not very many. It still was 2,500 rounds to kill 300 emus, which again is not accurate.
Which is a teeny fraction of the 20,000.
Yes. But Pierce, sort of buoyed by this number,
sure,
and feeling this pressure from the farmers,
Oy.
resumes the military attack on the birds.
And how did they change their strategy?
They did not.
So this is a great idea.
So from November 13th, when it resumes, to December 2nd.
What did they do?
They managed to kill 986 emus. Do you want to know?
Real numbers?
Mm-hmm. Real numbers.
Or these are their 300s?
The real numbers.
Okay.
Real numbers. Do you want to know how many rounds they fired?
Easily all of them.
9,860.
Yeah, easily. No doubt.
So it took 10 rounds per bird.
Yeah.
Which was, as you can imagine,
inefficient.
Not what they had guessed it would take. No. The emus, so then the war ends at this point. Because they used up all of their ammunition. They're out now. Good. We provided you with 10,000 rounds. You're out. You're done now.
Yeah.
It's not working.
No.
The rounds to bird ratio, way off. This has got to stop.
Yeah.
You've used up your chance.
We had our sample after day 6.
Yes. And then somebody fakes some numbers.
Let's do this a month later.
Yeah. To get it to happen again.
Yeah.
So the emus continue to be a pretty big problem.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do right after this is they go back to relying on the bounty system that was put in place in the 20s. So this happens in 1932. In 1934, we have stopped the war and we are back to using the bounty system.
Right.
Within a 6-month period, there were 57,000 bounty collections. The one source I could find that would tell me why there was this failure of the bounty system during that time, it literally didn't have the 2 pages in it that I needed.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem. I think the influx was so high with everything that was going on in that 1932 time with the drought and
It was
everything
just
that they
panic.
were just panicked and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So when it calmed back down and they went back to the bounty system, there was a lot of success that was had.
The fact that this is described as a war, as I've mentioned, is insane.
It is insane.
Like, this isn't talking about we need to, like, cull some portion of a population or this is a full-on war.
The Great Emu War, as a matter of fact. It's a great war.
Sure. Okay. Was it, I mean, clearly it's not in the U.S., but was there a declaration by Congress or how did this play out?
I just played out by Pierce, by the Ministry of Defense saying we're going to do this.
Do they think of it jokingly as the Great War? Or is this like legitimately to them a Great War?
I don't know if they called it the Great War. That is how it's referenced now. And I'm sure there's some level of mocking with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, I assume so.
Yeah. Because even in 1953, the Sunday Herald out of Sydney produced an article. Because again, there's still emu problems. They're not as severe as in the 30s.
It's their migration route.
Yeah, exactly. And they described this attempt at emu control as such farcical and humiliating defeats that there are many officials and experts today in the state who cannot bear to be reminded of the outcome of some of their more ambitious efforts at emu destruction.
Oh, I'm certain. I'm sure they're glad time has passed.
They said it failed most miserably, and which brought for the birds its most complete victory. And the incongruity of the whole thing even had the effect for once of arousing public sympathy for the emu.
I bet.
Yeah. This article was like, you did a bad job.
Yeah, you're horrible.
Yeah. You embarrassed everybody.
And now we have a Save the Emu Fund.
Right. Because at the time that all this goes down, the emus are classified as vermin in Australia.
All right.
So it's like, you guys did such a bad job. You made the emu look good.
Yeah.
And the emu is a huge problem.
I just really wish there would have at least been a wound on the other side.
I know, that would have... It would have
something
given it some legitimacy if you're going to call it a war.
Right. Yeah.
As I said, they went back to the bounty system.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing that they did, I told you before that when the emu came in, they destroyed all the rabbit fencing the government had put up.
Mm-hmm.
They took the huge leap to also start putting in emu fencing.
Well, that's insane.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why someone would do that.
I can't either. I can't believe that was not the first thought.
Yeah, agreed. Wholeheartedly. This is crazy.
It wasn't even a novel idea. There was already rabbit fencing. And this is all funded by the state. This isn't even things that the individual farmers would have had to chip in to pay for or build themselves. No, the state is putting this in.
Mm-hmm.
And the state had already put in rabbit fencing.
Did they just not have... I mean, were they like, we got to figure out how to do emu fencing?
I think it went back to what we said earlier with, it was just this complete onslaught of a huge number of emu. And everybody's like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
And they just tried to handle it quickly, and the fence would have taken a lot longer and not solved the immediate problem.
Well, and I also just wonder if this allowed them to observe the emus and understand how the fencing would need to be put up.
That's entirely possible.
To me, this would be the perfect study to understand how you need to figure out how to keep emus out.
Yeah, because they clearly did not understand this bird at all.
Yeah.
This bird is not a dummy at all.
I'm going to ask that the next story we do does not have the word emu in it, because for some reason I cannot say it.
I mean, I guess I can accommodate that. So this fencing went up. Some conservationists and some ornithologists weren't super happy because they had the concern that the species would become endangered because it's going to significantly impact their migration.
Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see that.
But I mean, the hell are you going to do? They will destroy the economy of Australia, at least some part of it.
Yeah.
If they are left unchecked.
But is it, I mean, maybe we should start with just providing the subsidies we promised.
That would have been a great start. But what are you going to, if there's still no crop, if the emus still destroy the crop, it's still a problem.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But let's just, as a government, start fulfilling our promises.
Yes. And then go from there.
Maybe not wage a war on the birds, just put up some fencing.
Yeah.
And then argue with the conservation folks.
So what you're trying to get is that the government did not think through their actions and just sort of did some stuff.
It seems like that's what happened.
And maybe didn't do some of the stuff they said they would do, and then did some
I know
other
that
stuff
rarely happens. The governments almost always fulfill their promises.
Yeah.
But in this case, I feel like maybe do the subsidies. The farmers aren't so angry. We can not panic when the emus come through because we've already lost all our money and now we're losing all our crops. And we have a little bit of time to think about how we want to do this instead of just freaking out.
Yeah, that's really
I'm not saying it solves the problem. I'm just saying it provides a little respite for it.
Yeah, no, it's really logical, sound thinking.
Yeah. Or just get a machine gun out.
Or just get a machine gun and really, really embarrass yourself.
Two people and one guy supervised.
Yeah. And 90 plus years later, people are still laughing at you.
Yeah. I like it.
Over time, they did get it under control, at least to some extent. They did have the bounty. They did have the fences. They did get the emu population under control. And actually, in 1999, the emu became a formally protected species in Australia by the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, if they're that overpopulated anyway, like it's not healthy for the population generally.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, it's like deer hunting here. Like
exactly.
You end up with wasting disease and all of
you have to
the
do
stuff
population control.
Yeah.
You just have to. For your crops, but also for the literal good of the species.
Yeah.
So that is the story of how the Australian Army of 3 lost a war to 20,000 emus.
This is a crime against nature, clearly.
And intelligence.
Yes.
I want to say and intelligence.
Yes, a crime against intellectual capacity.
Yes. Even more so than nature.
Yeah.
It is a crime of dumbery.
Dumbery. Yeah. Had they taken 2 days of all of this time to think about what they might do.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
They did not.
They just wanted to play with their pew-pews.
Yeah.
And rushed right on in.
Yeah, I am, again, sad that there were no injuries on the other side because that would have made it funnier.
But I'm proud. I'm proud of the emu.
Me too.
What a bird.
Yeah.
What a bird.
Yeah.
I hope to never be up close to one.
I would definitely lose a battle, a fight, a stare off, a race.
Never.
There's nothing I could win against an emu.
I feel the same way. Absolutely not. That's why I don't want to be in the vicinity because I don't know what I might do that it might interpret the wrong way.
I mean, I feel that way about anything mostly bigger than me.
Yeah.
Llama.
You feel that way about horses?
Yeah. Hugely.
Yeah.
Gigantic animal, teeny tiny brain.
You don't seem to feel that way about our sheep.
They right now are smaller than me. And
Coco's not.
She's still not that much bigger than me.
She's not very tall, but she can bowl you over if she wants to.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to.
That's true.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to.
Yeah.
She's very easily manipulated.
She is.
Yeah.
Give her a good hair brushing, a lovely spa day, and a little bite to eat.
Yeah. And I don't feel that the emus would be easily manipulated.
No.
I just don't.
No.
I don't think you could shake a food scoop.
Sure.
And they'd be like, oh, all right, cool.
Please come brush my feathers.
Yeah. Like if you shape Coco's food scoop, she'll leave her baby.
Yeah. Run her baby over.
She'll run her baby over.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that would have happened here either.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I am surprised that the emus didn't kind of full on attack more. I just like Jaws, like an angry mama shark that goes back for revenge, something like that.
That would have been so rad. That would have been so rad.
Yeah.
If one of the emus was like, I've fucking had enough.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Vengeance will be mine.
And just systematically hunts down all 3 of those military guys.
It wouldn't have taken long.
No.
They probably travel in a pack.
They probably do.
They got big stompy feet. They could have just... I feel like we saw them on an episode of the Bindi. What's her dad's name?
The Irwins?
The Irwins, yeah.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah, where they like rescued one and took it to a rescue, and it was like a little one they had to
Oh my God, yes,
introduce.
you're right.
Yeah,
yes, yes, we did see that.
It seemed, they seem like they could be aggressive.
Yeah. Yes. I think it was causing a fit in the trailer or something. Like, I think it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
they did have
yeah.
issues with it.
Yeah, yeah.
The emus did not acquiesce, and they came out on top.
Yeah.
They came out on top in
Without
1932.
violence.
Without violence.
They were pacifist.
Yes. Yes.
It was strictly quick thinking.
Exactly.
In the tiniest brain. Their brain's the size of a peanut.
Yes, but it
I really
shows.
don't know, but it seems like that's probably about the size of it.
It teaches a valuable lesson. Intelligence is going to overpower brawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
The emu is always going to beat the machine gun.
Sure. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if we can say always.
But
in this case, for sure.
The emu is likely going to beat the machine gun. Yeah. In this case, they did 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
They absolutely did.
Yeah.
So that's the case of the emus. Yeah.
So what's next?
So if you liked the emu story,
I did enjoy.
Next, on our next episode, we're going to talk about Princess Caribou.
Oh.
Who's actually not a caribou, the animal.
And she's not in any way affiliated with caribous?
No.
Okay.
So it sounds like we're going to continue the animal theme.
Although we are not.
But we are not.
Okay.
So that's what's coming up next.
What did she do? Do we get
I'm not going to
You're not going to give me a hint?
I'm not.
Ugh.
I've already given you too much. You can all already Google it and don't even have to come listen to me now.
Ugh. Where's the fun in that?
Should have thought
Why
about
would
that.
I do the research when I can let you do it?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's literally the way I feel right now.
Yeah. So don't go Google Princess Caribou.
Google Princess Leia.
Why?
If you need to Google a princess.
Okay, well, don't Google Princess Caribou. Do Google Princess Leia and join us next time on Weird Crime with Weird People. Bye.